time to go hunting. But first, I had a pretty fun day. Let's check it out.
Too.
Is that what you're shooting your doe with today?
Yeah, dude. 3,000 pound pullback, 800 grain arrow. Oh man, this is fucking. This is Fred. This is what Fred Bear looked.
Right?
It was signed by Fred Bear.
Pretty much. Red Bear. Back from the 3D shoot. Man, that was a lot of fun. Had an absolute blast. Shout out Joe Davis. Thanks for joining me. Generations to Hunt. Had a great time shooting, but now it's time to hunt. Gear is ready. Stand, sticks, saddle, bow, quiver, binos, rangefinder, milkweed, boots. Don't need those. Going barefoot today. Been getting a lot of questions. Have you ever shot a deer barefoot? Have you ever hunted barefoot? No, I haven't. Today changes that. I'm gonna do it. We got the platform on. That only means one thing. Deer coming home tonight. It is 4 p.m. going into the property owner's house. Oh, I'm freaking excited, y'all. God, I can't wait to get up in that tree. Got out here nice and early. 4 hours until last light. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. Sit in the tree. Been too long. Been too long. We are back. We are ready to hunt. We have the stand on. We have the camera on. We got our binos. We got our rangefinder. We got our milkweed. We got the thermocell. Got my release. Got my phone. Got my bow. Got 5 arrows. Got 2 doe tags. Oh, it's here. Season is here. Almost can chase some bucks. Almost. We gotta go kill some does first. They're all producing. Yet there's no acorns on the ground. Straight ahead, all acorns, all oaks. And once we get in the woodlot, more hickory. But they like to walk that tree line right there. And that's the property line. Extra crab apples. Wind change, so we have to go over there. In this tree right here, there's a croc. I found this tree here. It's got a garage up here, so that's what I'm gonna get. There. Definitely good to shake the cobwebs off. Holy cow. That setup was brutal. The steps hurt my feet. That was a dumb idea. Now I'm good. Up in the stand, standing on the stand, no problem. Steps hurt. We got acorns raining all around. Squirrels are everywhere. I got a good view of everything. I'm happy with this tree. My wind is shit. It is what it is. I'm wondering if I should have set up more that way. Too late now. So it's about 10 to 5. So it took me about a half hour to get from the car to get set up. So could have been quicker, but I wanted to take my time. About 10 to 6, the squirrels are coming alive, and they are out in full force. Very loud. Note how the milkweed is falling directly down. That's important for later. Every time I would drop the milkweed, it would get sucked to the base of the tree and kind of move off a little to the right. Deer. Little ones. Here comes Mama in the back. At this point, the doe family group has moved on, so I'm okay moving around a little bit more than usual. I was trying to cradle my bow in my saddle bridge to make it easier to hold while standing. I looked over and noticed more deer coming in. That was so cool. They were only 15 yards from me. Here comes a bigger one. They cross this trail that's only 15 yards from me, doing exactly what I thought they would do. Walk this trail right over to that wood strip on the property line. At this point, after watching the Doe family group move through and noticing that 4 more are coming in, my heart starts to race. Here comes 4 more. And a shooter. And the buck fever sets in. These ones are taking a little different of a route. 40 yards away right now. This group came in the same way as the original 3 did, but they cut into the woods a little early instead of walking down the trail. The largest doe was of course the one in the back and furthest away. Remember how the milkweed was falling earlier? This one's gonna bust me. That is exactly where this doe is heading. She was walking right towards the base of my tree, and I start to panic. I am keeping my eye on the shooter doe because I know that I need to take the first available shot that she presents. The other doe has walked within 5 yards of my tree, and she was about to hit my sunstream at any moment. I saw an opening, so I decided now is the time. I drew back my bow. And I saw the arrow take a sharp nosedive and veer off course. I just got a shot off. It was very low. Fuck. I'm so mad at myself for that. I was rushed because there was one directly underneath me. All of my milkweed has just been going down. I'm like, this doe is about to bust me underneath me. And the one that I wanted to shoot just stepped out. I had to squat down. That was just stupid. That was just straight stupid. That fucking sucks. I hit a goddamn branch, and I just watched the arrow just take a nosedive. I think I skimmed it in the brisket. I look back on the video, and it's pretty hard to tell. But I watched it, or I watched her. She wasn't hunched, she wasn't hurting. I'll obviously look for blood when I get down, but I don't think it was a fatal hit. That was my chance. Looking through my sight, there wasn't anything, but looking at it more, there was a branch lower, and that's probably where the arrow flight was. I was so worked up, and that doe was directly underneath me, and I shouldn't make excuses because that was just, I'm very upset at myself. I'm very upset. That's a deer. I was just getting ready to do a exit interview. Oh, that's a buck. Damn. That is right where I shot that doe. 6 point. there's 3. What the fuck? Well, that sucked. That buck walked right by the arrow, got downwind of it, and like kind of bolted. And then another deer came in, a doe. It was starting to come in. And I think the buck smelled that interdigital gland of a wounded deer. That might have spooked him. But then the doe was coming in and he pounded again. Fuck. They were 45, 50 yards, and with how low light it is and how thick it is, I wasn't going to shoot, but they were going to give me a shot if they would have kept coming. Bummer. But I think that about wraps it up for tonight. I'm gonna get down and go check my arrow, but I think that does it for my doe hunt. Alright, so looking at my arrow for the first time. Yeah, there's no blood on it. A little bit. For a full pass through, that thing should be. Doesn't even smell like anything. Wonder if that vein was up or something when it hit. But yeah, this is all dry. No real blood on the wrap. So, like I thought, non-lethal. Just a quick look here. This ground is super dry. So if there were blood, I would be able to see it, no problem. Neighbors, but yeah, quickly get in and out. Old tree stand. But yeah, she was standing right in here. Right before this big tree right there. She was right in here standing. Not a drop of blood. Good morning. Updates. So right after that last clip of not seeing any blood on the dirt, I circled around and picked up what looked to be good blood. It was bright red, big, big drops, not a lot, but enough to follow. It was over on the neighbor's property, which the landowner said, you can get in there, get out. If you're in there briefly, you're okay. So after about 80 or 100 yards or so, I lost the blood. And he's like, just back out. We'll go look for it in the morning. I'll go talk to her and we can go look for her in the morning. So I said, okay, that's probably the best bet. Yeah, I didn't really sleep last night, as you can imagine. Reviewed the footage. Very inconclusive. The branch that it deflected, I swear, either my sight picture, I just didn't see it. It didn't register in my mind, or what, I don't know, because the shot clearly had to go through those leaves and through that branch to get to the vitals, clearly on the video. Granted, the phone is down more so on the bow, closer to the arrow, than what my sight picture is. So could that have made a difference? I don't know. And like I've said before, I don't have a camera arm, a high quality camera. I use my cell phone on a bow mounted phone mount. So I know I'm not going to get the best quality shot. Right. But previous shots, I've made videos on it, shows pretty good quality. This one, unfortunately not. I was filming in 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second. I think it was bright enough. I think I had the daylight to shoot in 60, but I just kept it on 30. I was wondering if that would help smooth it out, and I don't think so. Now, if it's, lower light, obviously you need the 30, but with what time I shot that deer at 6:35 p.m. and last light's not until 8, plenty of daylight left. It was an hour before sunset. I probably should have ran it on 60 FPS. Lessons learned. See where this takes us, man. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I hope we can find her. We'll see. I did decide to grab the boots, wear the boots this morning. So me and the landowner started off at the shot location. I took him to where that tree was, where I saw her standing, and we started following a couple drops of blood further back into the neighbor's property. There wasn't much to follow, and we weren't paying that close attention because her property is very wide open, and we figured it would just be a better use of our time to grid search to start. After grid searching the first time, we went back to last blood. After talking with the deer tracker, turns out that was muscle blood, which confirms that I hit it low in the brisket area.
That's all blood there. Yeah. See, that's bright. There's a good amount. There.
I busted out the toilet paper and started marking the trail. After losing blood and not being able to find it, I used that trail to point me in the right direction, and we walked all the way to the edge of the wood line, and then grid searched our way back for a second time. Yeah, so there's TP.
Spot here. And then this was the last blood here.
So, did arches, hands and knees, looking all throughout, see if she turned, went straight. Well, we've grid searched twice and tried to pick up blood, and it's not looking good. Not finding anything. So, unfortunately, I don't know how to think of it. Not finding her, but just sucks. Well, we ended up searching for 2 hours. Walked every piece of the timber, all the neighbor's property. Just a bummer, man, just an absolute bummer. I know it's part of bow hunting, but man, it sucks when you can't recover an animal. Just sucks. It's an incentive to get better, to improve, to reflect back on what went wrong, how I can improve upon that, and how I can mitigate those, or how I can not make that mistake again. Being patient, like my buddy Eric says. This was a lesson in patience, I think. Appreciate you watching. Wish I had a better ending. Really fun day yesterday, but it's bow hunting for you.